If he doesn't spin, we riot. Hey guys, Jay, welcome back to the channel. So guys, I reported a little earlier in the week about Hurricane Hordak being announced on MattelCreations.com, but the reality is we didn't have too many pictures to go by, and I was kind of disappointed that we didn't see a little bit more of Hurricane Hordak, as he's one of my absolute favorite figures from the Master Universe. However, shortly thereafter, some brand new images came out of Mattel Creations UK, as they actually posted the pre-order page early. So we have a lot more information now than we did just a few days ago. But the question remains, does it spin? Let's have a look and find out, everybody. It's not going to be too long now, guys. Over at Mattel Creations, scrolling down from the top, we do find out that Mattel's 80th anniversary has begun, and Club Grayskull is top of mind for many Master Universe fans, as the pre-orders for Hurricane Hordak will open specifically for the Club Grayskull members, and I want to take a deep dive into this, and hopefully we can answer the question, does he spin? Clicking on Explore leads us to the Master Universe Origins Hurricane Hordak pre-order page. He's listed right now at $25 per figure, and there will be a limit per customer. As we can see here, it's for members only for the first day, and then subsequently it will be open for the general public to start pre-ordering the very next day afterwards. Let's take a closer look at Hurricane Hordak, because right off the bat, we can see something really unique on this particular figure. There he is, everybody, Hurricane Hordak, but he's not sporting his traditional look. He looks completely different on the face sculpt. This is unique, as I do believe it is part of the original sketches for Hordak. Heading over to Battleground Blog, a wonderful resource for Master Universe, as it is a complete archive of the Master Universe, action figures, the history of the Master Universe, everything to do with our favorite Barbarian toy line. Adam over at Battleground Blog has cataloged this incredible collection, and you guys definitely have to take a look if you are interested in anything Master Universe history related. Definitely head over there, give him a like and a follow. Tell him that Jay sent you. We did reference the Battleground Blog for the sketch series for the leader of the evil horde, Hordak, that was released earlier in the year alongside Grizzlor. And in those sketches, we were able to catch a glimpse of this original sketch, Hordak and Shadow Weaver, in which Hordak's head looked completely different than its final iteration in action figure form. White ash face, dark armor as part of the notes. This, of course, was an early sketch developed extremely early on by Gerald Thornton and Herb Hazelton. And if we scroll down even further, we can see that additional developments at the time really did give him a very spiked look on the top of his head, replacing the now familiar fin that is currently residing on the top of Hordak's head. However, we can see that the development of his overall face was getting closer and closer to the familiar face of Hordak that we know today. Here we can see some additional comments saying that they should have thin black lips, Hordak should be about 6.5 feet tall, white face, black armor, low fur, and boots, transformation body. This is extremely close to what was the final version of Hordak until they added the signature raised cowl on the back of his head, which would go on to become the final version of Hordak. This is a near identical look for what we saw in those early production sketches, and since this was not included with the sketchbook series release earlier this year, it's a wonderful addition to the character and an incredible nod to the history of the Master Universe overall. Zooming out on Hordak, we can see that the rest of his body is very traditional to the original release of Hurricane Hordak. The vac metal body, which we saw in the teaser version a number of days ago, looks absolutely stunning in its overall appearance. It still has that bony plate on the shoulders of the left and the right, very much in line with Hordak's original armor piece, now completely made of this gold material and appearing vac metalized here with that wonderful Horde Indica blazing red, just a wonderful contrast for these two pieces. As mentioned earlier, he does have that silver belt. Color of his body is gray, keeping in style with the original release of Hordak. Does have that upper arm strap with another Horde Indica. His boots, very much similar to the original release with those Horde symbols. And of course, the signature piece of Hurricane Hordak, the spinning hand attachment, along with the 3 bolos, which is a must-have for Hurricane Hordak. But it still remains to be seen if this attachment will actually spin. Moving on to the next photo, there is the traditional head sculpt of Hurricane Hordak, and I am super excited to see this version finally being released in action figure form. We can see now that the traditional face of Hordak is wonderfully represented. The spikes are no nowhere to be seen. His head fin is in place exactly where it should be. The cowl which surrounds the back of his head is in place. Depictions of Dracula, ears, the eyes, those crazy teeth. He looks exactly the way I remember Hordak in this iteration, and I'm super excited to see that he is finally coming to the Master Universe Origins line. The Master of Disaster has arrived, and here he is with his propeller attachment. This, of course, was featured in the cartoon She-Ra, the Princess of Power, as Hordak would often use this to escape once cornered by She-Ra and her allies. This was a favorite attachment being included with Hurricane Hordak in the original vintage version, as it was very signature to the character. We can see here that it still retains its bat-like appearance with all those wonderful looking veins, tiny little claws which are attached right at the top. I love this. Photography here is amazing. I don't know how these guys do it, making Hordak appear as if he's literally jumping off a cliff, ready to attack the Great Rebellion. Bravo to the design team over at Mattel. You guys are really killing it. Here we have a full view of the spinning blade attachment from Hurricane Hordak. This, of course, was the well-advertised attachment for the figure in 1986, as the original version could grab Master Universe characters, lift them over Hurricane Hordak's head, and spin them, giving him his moniker of the Master of Disaster. Here we can see it lifting a foam rock. The blades themselves are a little bit more spread out, utilizing this accessory, which then leads us back to the same question. Will this spin? Regardless of which, the attachments have been faithfully recreated. Although, as mentioned earlier, the blades themselves are much shortened compared to the original, which, depending on how they are utilized, might actually be a good thing. Hurricane Hordak comes with everything that you see here. Hordak himself looks absolutely stunning and faithfully recreated in this edition of Hurricane Hordak. He comes with his swappable headpiece based on the original sketches of the concept art for Hurricane Hordak. The arm attachment, which of course we're still wondering if this dial will actually spin all of the attachments, and hopefully we'll find out very, very soon. The spinning blades attachment, the signature tribolo with 3 orbs, ready to wreak havoc on the Eternians and the Princess of Power. And finally, the helicopter blades, which can mince up unsuspecting foes, as well as be used as a helicopter attachment to fly away from his foes. Hurricane Hordak comes packaged in this incredible new deluxe packaging. We can see Master Universe Hurricane Hordak, ruthless leader with the wicked whirling weapons, celebrating the 40th anniversary of She-Ra, Princess of Power. A few Easter eggs are able to be seen right at the front of the package. We can see some insect-like creatures in the background, possibly brand new mounts, and one very familiar animal mount is definitely Mantisaur, who we can see right below Hurricane Hordak's feet. Moving down further, we can see Hurricane Hordak in his plastic prison, modern posing, retro play, collector's edition, robot arm spins, interchangeable weapons. On the reverse of the packaging, we can see this wonderful artwork, Masters of the Universe, Hurricane Hordak spinning his tribolo, and in the background, we do see that the full moon backdrop of the blue sky is marred by the pollution made from the Fright Zone. And eagle-eyed viewers might be able to recognize that they're both versions of the Fright Zone in this photo. The soon-to-be-released Fright Zone playset, which has already been confirmed as a press release, and we're all waiting on bated breath to find out more about the pre-orders for this particular version. And on the other side, this is crazy. We do see the Doom Tower, which was one of the choices for Eternia's Choice, looming in the background. Does this indicate that there might be a second chance for the Fright Zone Doom Tower? Only time will tell. But there are even more surprises. Zooming in on the Fright Zone on the right, we do see that Dragstore is actually on the card and looking absolutely wicked. I believe he has been teased at least one other time, and it's great to see him here on the box of Hurricane Hordak. Moving over slightly to the left, we see 2 brand new characters. I don't think we've ever seen these 2 before. They seem to be some sort of scorpion type creatures with slightly different colorways, and I'm eager to find out more about these 2 particular figures, as they look absolutely menacing and would be amazing additions to the Master Universe. And finally, probably the biggest Easter egg of them all, moving one more space to the left, it is Force Captain Despara. This is an exciting tease, as it would be amazing to get Force Captain Despara, the alter ego of Princess Adora in the Master Universe comics, who was also teased at the end of Master Universe Revolution. This is incredible. So many different teases on the back of Hurricane Hordak, and of course, the Master of Disaster himself is a force to be reckoned with in the Master Universe. Also included with Hurricane Hordak will be this mini comic, Master Universe Eye of the Storm, and we can see the illustration on the front was created by artist Riley Brown, who has created this cover art and possibly the artwork inside of the comic book itself, and this is going to be a great story to read. We'll probably find out more details about Hurricane Hordak and how he fits into the world of the Master Universe in this story. To the design team over at Mattel, the usual suspects for Origins, graphic design and art direction by Manuel Eduardo Caritas, Roy Juarez, Artwork by Axel Jimenez and DC Alonso colorist. Toy design by Kantarama333 Sam Pack. Packaging engineer L. Puckhambram, Lawrence Puckhambram. Apologies, Lawrence, for mispronouncing your name. Of course, our good friend Joshua Skyrider, who we met at Toylanta, for writing this wonderful new comic. And of course, copy by Yes, Really Bob, Robert Rudman. And to answer the burning question that we all have, Mattel has included this video, which depicts the fact that, yes, indeed, Hurricane Hordak does spin. A lot of people had doubts about this. I even had some doubts, but that dial on his forearm attachment really was auspicious, and I was pretty sure that it was going to be utilized in this way. After all, if it didn't spin, we would definitely riot. The Master of Disaster, Hurricane Hordak, has finally been fully revealed on MattelCreations.com, and in 1 day, 2 hours and 58 minutes, Master Universe fans will be able to pre-order this. They had $25 each and limited 3 per customer. This particular pre-order will be available to members only for a 24-hour window. Unfortunately, there are no additional details as to whether or not this is a pre-order or if this is actually in stock at this stage. And we're not really sure if these are subject to tariffs at this time. But this early bird release for members only will definitely be an opportunity for everyone to pick up Hurricane Hordak. There will be a limit of 3 per customer, so this is a much better opportunity for everyone to be able to pick up at least 2 of these, 1 to open and 1 to keep in box. And in my opinion, is definitely much better than the previous Mattel Creations members only sale, limited to 1 per customer. Hurricane Hordak is coming to the Master Universe Origins collection, and the members of Club Grayskull will have an exclusive pre-order day for themselves to pick up the Master of Disaster. Don't sleep on this, guys. And for those who are willing to pay to play, possibly be one of those figures that sells out earlier than you think. Oh my gosh, guys. Yes, 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 yes. Hurricane Hordak actually spins his bolo, and that is an absolute win. Hurricane Hordak was definitely one of my absolute favorite figures from the Master Universe. The gold armor, the red insignia, the fact that he actually had an arm cannon from the Filmation cartoon, and then of course he had his bolo, his flying helicopter spinner, as well as the spinning grappler, which allowed him to grab onto Master Universe figures and spin them all the way in the air with the overall feature. That was absolutely insane, and remains to this day as one of my absolute favorite Master Universe figures. Now we're finding out that in 2025, Master Universe Origins has brought back Hurricane Hordak with his spinning feature. It's a bit different, and I gotta tell you, it's actually pretty cool the way they've actually made this happen, and I can't wait until we get this guy in just a few days. Let me know in the comment section below, guys, are you as excited as I am for Hurricane Hordak and the fact that he actually has his spinning gimmick? Not many Master Universe fans in the Origins line have their gimmicks. I mean, Mechaneck, one of my absolute favorites, did not have it at all. So this one is a welcome addition for myself, but I'm curious about you guys. Are you guys going to be shelling out the money for Hurricane Hordak, considering he is part of the deluxe price? Or is this whole idea for these augmented action features a little bit shortcoming for you, and you'd rather not pay that extra price just for a Master Universe Origins figure? Let me know those comments in the comment section below, guys. Toy news continues, everybody, and Diamond keeps getting into trouble as they're back in hot water, having just finished their court case, and the outcome was not what anybody expected. You can take a look at that video right here, and I'll see you guys there. Hope you're all doing well, staying safe, and as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. Masters of the Universe continues strong in 2025, and Hurricane Hordak has his action feature. Good journey, everybody. Geek proud.